power Yankupon on you uncle. On yada me na me baby na obe pay.
I wouldn't pay you for sika to Danuma. Now, when you're sending seven, sika to Danuma.
A bunny say account. How would you manage your life? Whether you are a boy or a girl, you have to be independent.
Then maybe I was a power over only plan, Johnny Freedom. Men worry no. A man must have a plan, and you must know what type of a plan the man has.
About the answer so. Buafo, it is a freelance helper.
Unfortunately, nowadays we pay before we even start talking. We will be the sugar in my cooking. So we don't have the chance to communicate very well before we start the boy-girl relationship.
If you are somebody who is not a Christian and you want to date somebody who goes to the club, and you go to the club would expose you. Even the way you talk, people will know that no, you're not one of us.
The home has many components. We have the living aspects, which is made up of the human beings in the home. We have the pets, we have trees, and even pests. Then the non-living aspects, the housing or the building itself, and gadgets that we use at home.
And you see your community as I say, senior Shasi Anaki, you're playing safe by saying that, and also a kind of yes, or per se, you emphasize in here, you can your queen, or Pussy say, your drunk and this I respect and would brag. She said that if you respect, if you love respect to show you.
They work together. The topic says which sustains marriage.
Marriage, not sweet marriage.
No, I know.
Yes.
Which sustains marriage.
Marriage in general.
Marriage in general.
Yes.
Why do you want to believe that marriage should be bitter?
And then you really eba shi dwumedie no so ya fe mo pa ya kwa 1 week na akwai se na be 1 year no ya fe mo pa. We thank God for another beautiful day. We thank God for another week. Next Tuesday ya tina see the when you say she team, we are always bringing you very interesting and educative topics. Na neno yenya me kan say partner because we are towing the same path. We are going the same way. You say you say come ma ho asem na say our retirement ne pension plans ne net hu nyama na ya ke kan wa ha say no, and then we have how it affects women and what we can do about it. Until the topic you say she retires. Yeah edwuma ni na nim say at a point in time edwuma na ye no ye bejai. You say 60 years na afi de wakoji wa home. Until retirement no time ne so a nyama ben na say we before you get there. What are you supposed to do to make sure say you have a very good life? I'll be to be an enjoyable life. Now your research in your man kitikiti bi ya ni nyine na bema ye hu ni enti a she retire say ya beka ho asem ne hu hia pa. Na fe de enua no mma ye maame no mo amonye de ose mo ye na masori na ne dia ese a efata say ye be na ye nyina ye dia tutu na kwem nti ye wo ye maame panyin ye sister panyin bi e wo ye ntem ha. She is a general manager for Pinterest. Almost pension schemes, retirement, nyama ya ye ka ho asemi. So she's here in the house today. Oni ye eba betwetwen enkomo afa she retires. Na ya started a discussion na mbe hu ni ntia she retires, what we mean by that. Na fe de ka ho no so to me a discuss it. Maka de san pese me da me partners ase. Every time we sit down, we just want to say the big thank you and appreciate your partners. Your sister Penny, sister Ifwa of Gem Beauty Care. She's the CEO of Gem Beauty Care. Every Tuesday, or make it up, or ye team kama emaye for our shows. Yes, in Yamin Shani Bebre. Now, when we say the makeup on so they be a demotion, very simple, but you can go places. Where your wedding, where your engagement, where your party. They say that way ninja crowd with your and then send me makeup keke. Day makeup. You can call Gem Beauty Care on 02077921 02077920101. So also now fortune juices every Tuesday. Omama different local drinks, healthy fruit mix. And they are pineapple, ginger. I didn't know the tutu so I mean hubo. Pineapple, ginger mix na so bolo atadwe milk and all that. Today we have another thing in our glasses over here. Thanks to Fortune Juices. We here for all locations. We here local drinks and a local setting for your event. You can call them on 0244 508818 0244 508818. Maybe I will be a serve mo kama. So also na in rubber. They be a say oh here oh fabric now we design and just give it to her. Or no take your measurements out change baby a walk. You don't have a problem. We try on neat design. Now they are called baby or person or palm wedding gowns, engagement entire, the member in party dresses, bridesmaids dresses, where if anything robes for brides. Just if you give it to Rabba, she will just sort you out. You can call her on 0209930465. 0209930465. Ya can decide if you say try when you buy them common ashes.
Power nyankopon no nyi wako onya da me na me baby na wo be pay me
e wo dem panyimfo sika to da no na wonya asane nsem sika won to da no
eba ni se aka won ko a. How would you manage your life? Whether you are a boy or a girl, you have to be independent.
Then maybe wase wo pa wo be ware wo only plan no dwane free no men ware no. A man must have a plan and you must know what type of a plan the man has.
Opo de nansa so buafo it is a freelance helper.
Unfortunately, nowadays we pay before we even start talking. We will be the sugar in my cooking. So we don't have the chance to communicate very well before we start the boy-girl relationship.
If you are somebody who is not a Christian and you want to date somebody who goes to the club and you go to the club would expose you. Even the way you talk, people know that no, you're not one of us.
The home has many components. We have the living aspects, which is made up of the human beings in the home. We have the pets, we have trees, and even pests. Then the non-living aspects, the housing or the building itself, and gadgets that we use at home.
Sikawo we oyeno kwado odina kondo di na nzema bebre na odi ba na mom munde sika okita wonse no so dana pa otwetwe ne kind odi ba
si atu na sawram se ne akuapini bekana enya si ye huni eti asese se ne ye sha se anake pese ye play ni safe by saying that so kind yes or pese ye emphasize ni nyina hia so ye kan ye kwina oka kosi se your don kwan na and this I respect would that she said that if you respect if you love respect to show
but you can na say na
they work together
because
the topic says which sustains
marriage not sweet marriage.
No, I know.
Yes.
Which sustains marriage.
Marriage in general.
Marriage in general.
Yes.
Why do you want to believe that marriage should be bitter?
Power nyankopon no nyi wako onya da me na me baby na wo be pay me
e wo dem panyimfo sika to da no na wonya asane nsem sika won to da no
Eba ni se aka won ko a.
For your son, so Emma Aquaba, Eba, and then show Neso. Before we went on the break, me can say, no, yes, Sister Penimbi, Ewayente, Mammy Penimbi. She's a general manager for Pentrust. Now, Pentrust, no cry, Jumedibia, or Moye, and Yamibion, Nina Dua, or Betcheche, so that if you need to go there, if you need to visit the office, education, ya, Eba Bemayuma, I'm sure say she'll give you the location, Yamami, Naebeka, Achremo. On she retires. That is our topic today. She retires, and the word she Nangasa is giving you an idea about what we are going to talk about. It's all about ladies. It's all about the woman. And see, want to welcome our guest, and then Auntie Odor is also here. Only the idea. She's with us. She's no strange person. So, Madam Victoria, you are welcome.
Thank you
today's show.
very much, Ella and
Doro. And Doro, you are also welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
See you. See, we just want to start. She retires. Before we do the discussion, she retires. Why she retires? The name sounds very interesting. So why she retires from Pinterest?
All right, so she retires. Some will show you a friend she and Obi will show me be an say and sure if I am ma once and some if I am ma, you know, a bet me a one ma and I say a bet me the benefit be a brand ma, you know, even though a member bam show me soon at the end of the day, it is also supposed to help women. And
your voice, mommy,
okay, and the say. Sanya brofuka here a beman ye cashier ba and naturally says she need we are talking about women. Now she retires, no naturally say we are talking about oba na homiji. How does a woman retire? Because you shall see a din common who said many be no a different kakra for bema home for bar home no difference kakra one and say no and yet because me your bar necessarily and no dear account but Pinterest saying a member so you but you share in general terms say a mark retirement at your saying or my pomodimo say musica say maybe uncle maybe more who are still young now dear in general no a my retirement or ball will be a cry and in new niche cry and then you're just okay or when you now know share the secret at the same and look it is important say you better senior or bar edge in a home because you see whichever way you look at it we all have one connection or the other with the woman and mothers they need a bar and who said sometimes a competition be back if you say the mother carried you for 9 months you know the father is carrying the burden forever and say look we all have our roles and you know the competition is not really necessary because you can't do it as a man without a woman and you can't do it as a woman without a man until we need each other now. But when we want to look at it biologically, everybody has come through a woman. And so it is not out of place at all, you know, to want to think about retirement for women. Especially so when all over the world, no, as I see a man, yeah, does, as in men. And so when people are many and you don't seem to have a plan for them, you don't know how they might end up. So, which is also why we thought it's important. So look, let's take a look at this phenomenon. You know, let's study it and see, say, how are things spanning in developed countries, in developing countries, in the rural areas, in the urban areas. Until not Tiawano Yakashi retires, now Yaka Oba and in the pensions.
Oba and in the pensions. Who she retires and then it is like.
In fact, my it's not so different from my explanation ever because now or Chimajun could see in Zama Bebre apart from Miss Afu Bebre the you know when kind of the formal sector you also see a lot of women what the informal we have the market women we have so I was like you know it drew my attention to I'm also my minimum about ton and Zama will go na you know all these things that they do. One Kasawa self-employed. What are they doing in terms of their retirement? I think it is very necessary we look at it again because ma supona ma journey in shada unko so it really drew my attention to it. Yeah.
I don't make it statement this is say yeah my mom turn the informal sector for Oboko retirement or no retirement because with your money 69, 79 not do they also go on retirement?
They go on retirement and they are supposed to go on retirement. The last time I mean, Obi can send money here made or say Yabo Asafua, Yakofi. And see, there is, and Bible tells us that there is nothing that is permanent under the sun. Oh, sir,
the voice now to say,
no, make us say. The last time I bell me now, Obi baby, Emani Emide. Or say, Yabo Asafua, Yakofi. What it tells me is that she knew what we are, and our Bible cry say for those who believe in the Bible or for those who read it or whatever it is now. Bible say she knew what permanent. I was a serious apart from Yamiasa. There is time for everything. And to know, so one call retirement to Krana, nature before so one, I'm about call retirement. Sebiu, Yarebi, and that's on the negative side. Yarebi, Bepushu, I'm about call retirement. A be or why, and yet Yarian poor as such, but ultimately, who say, look, you are tired, what break, want to mean you are the same person now, oh sorry, now, and you'll be surprised that between yesterday and today, you can go again. Yesterday, I was sharing with a friend of mine. Said, first, me did not near. If you're near me there, I can still eat it. But for some time now, no, as I age, me did not near. I can't even take 1 teaspoon of the same food. I just have to stop it. The uncle view me for see I'll throw it.
It's a nature force you to stop.
So, I want more informal sector say no. Possible so because some of them won't call retirement because they be no, but Emre why I was so called. One qua, baby pushing, I'm an idea, I'm an alcohol. And then look to Crantina, or informal sector. There was a would you say, or Chinebi. Say me, ho, not say me near Jumebuma. That is when I say me, what. So I one day knew what maybe Jumebuma. What happens to me, you know. But yeah, informal sector and so cool. Once many a times, like, you know, she said, no. When you cassette, Bibi said she returned and say, you know, informal sector, na dear. You know, also a formal sector. And she don't call you, because or no feel said, me was set formal sector. Me to Yama snit. And I'm a tier 2 superintras na manage until I'm okay. But what I keep saying, say, snit na Uchiano. It is a certain percentage of your gross salary. 13.5%. And the gross salary no, yes saying, and I would 13.5. I
think say idea you consider. Maybe answer me, you must don't do your
and I call retirement. I should be okay. I should be fine. They should take care of me. But a certain percentage of something. My sister pay you there because we also let me see 0%. Let me see 100% of 0 is 0. And you know, say base in whatever you are paying. And sometimes there are people, I mean, I manage pensions, there are people like I say, Auntie, I didn't make your name, 5%. It's to now be managing 20 cities. And I say 30 cities pay. And you know, one name say, oh, yeah, Juma. Maybe I will buy Juma. And I will yet anchor Juma, you know, I mean, private. Until one name so media, many pension, yes, sir. Or more tona, dear, you know, but at that panel. So, yes, it is important say the informal sector so because somebody as money be cry. But I feel say yes we will be no. We also must pay attention to what we have before we get comfortable. So media, I am okay because sometimes they are not only okay, sir.
The disappointment only comes or you know, retirement, you know, now you are just looking at what you are getting really and the baby contributions now exactly. And I think it is very necessary that you know, we do what we have to do.
Retirement, we want to understand what retirement is. But before then, I say, oh, can't be say an extra management. I say, oh, better what share say, Sika ye chia to snit. Sika ye chia as in tier 2, edema insurance, pension company, you know, trustee, you know. I just say it depends on what amount are winning. And of course, in government sector, for instance, Obia de Nakichi, Obinia 1,000, Obinia 2,000, so Obia de different. Is it based on what you are getting, what you are taking home? I don't know, would say yes,
a based on gross, and you know, also gross, no, so dear, the gross will determine your net, and it's still crown, Obia de very different. And to say, I found the same gross, you're 3,000. Now, the gross, 2,000. There are more retirement. You can be the best spouse on this show. You can host this show from now till you go on retirement. You know, but more retirement, you'll be better placed than she is. Wow. So that's what it's at because 3,000 ya be where you 5% as tier 2. Now the 5% na ye through 3,000 more as tier 2. No, saying 150 cities. Alright. In her case, 5% is 100 cities. Wow. And every month, be 150, 100, 150, 100. Your 2 salary more. Even if it is a one-off, maybe you know, 10%.
all across
still across border still unless ABI something about her salary, you know, to come at par with yours and I said to go beyond yours, that's where something will change. But say across the board there will always be that discrepancy, and that's really how life is. Not everybody is always at the same level at the same time. And in the uncle folk say but wherever you are, you must be interested in seeing say adie you know, so that if there is something you can do by yourself, you start to do it. Because you see, I always give this example, say 3,000 cedis. And then you're
interested in the example. If you say try when you buy the example,
that's good. Okay.
If you try when some ever say
Power, Yankupon on you, uncle. On your me baby now, baby.
How them paying for us is a cut to Danuma. Now, 1 year sending 7 Sikam to Danuma.
A bunny set a cow. How would you manage your life? Whether you are a boy or a girl, you have to be independent.
Then maybe was or be worry only plan Johnny Freedom. Men worry no. A man must have a plan, and you must know what type of a plan the man has.
Opo the answer so. Buafo, it is a freelance helper.
Unfortunately, nowadays we pay before we even start talking. We will be the sugar in my cooking. So we don't have the chance to communicate very well before we start the boy-girl relationship.
If you are somebody who is not a Christian and you want to date somebody who goes to the club, and you go to the club would expose you. Even the way you talk, people know that no, you're not one of us.
The home has many components. We have the living aspects, which is made up of the human beings in the home. We have the pets, we have trees, and even pests. Then the non-living aspects, the housing or the building itself, and gadgets that we use at home.
The discussion is very interesting. Now, about formal sector, any informal sector. Now, although can be to say those in the informal sector, probably we are thinking about them to share how we can save them during time. But we can say formal, so say because you are not we do retirement. Also, I'm more brave. Until now, my example be be share.
And now me say, funny say 3,000 year me kind. The fan is a gross 3,000. And I Ghana han be gross 3,000 and your bad sir. A decent cool money. A cool that's the word. A cool money, you know, to make us so Visicani. But 3,000 and only 150 more. Now 2,000 and so no, and shall your bad sir. You know, you're a fan sir. And only 100 cities. So but you see, with 3,000, maybe I would net, I would be coffee will come around 1,007 or something. Sorry, 2,007 or 2,600 or something. You know, I'm not a tax expert also. I won't pretend so many deductions no. But if it's all the 2,7, 2,6 being a coffee, imagine the number of times I see Messi Baba. Oh, Sister Ella, when I'm on your crying, I'm 50 beer. I'm on 50, which is a good thing to do because you see sometimes. I always say sometimes no, God takes care of us because of some of those things we do, and so it is in order to do it. But I just need you to sit down and ask yourself the number of times you've been able to find 50, 20, 10 for people. 50, 20, 10 for other people. He said 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 cry. Now every day on the average, ebia nipa ba could be 10, and ebia nipa me and 10. That's 300. Wow. Now you yourself out of your 3,000 you're 150 now. Now it tells you that you yourself you can still make a contribution to augment that 150 that you have. Well, so assuming that out of 10 cedis a day now you would have given people, you say, oh, I don't have a because it's a good thing to do. And say, no, this 300 now me pesa me de channel. I mean, so maybe 150 for myself. I mean, 150. You would have met Tunis. And which is why it is important, say, whatever expenditure you make, you plan for it. It is difficult. It is difficult. You know, sometimes when I go home, the people in my house ask me, say, so all the things you preach, do you do all of them?
I've been wondering myself.
It's not always easy. It is not always easy, but I tell you what, if you look on my notes, I am always writing the things that I need to spend. So every month, I plan how much to give, unless it's an emergency. I plan how much I want to give every month, unless something comes up, which is an emergency and you need to help out. It helps. So I know that this is how much I am giving myself as a gift to myself on a monthly basis.
That means you have to give yourself Okay,
so that's once a year. It's a good start.
Once a year, they say what?
It's a good start, but you can stretch it a bit further. Well, so 150 here for yourself, 300 out there, and then you retire and you think that, oh, me tears me too. Bakukra de biani na pepe me tia tu yin na pepe until we back on retirement. Tier 2 never ban, the lump sum never ma. Obi besie. Then you realize that there's nothing lumpy about the lump sum. And shut down your lump, so that's an hour expected because at the end of 150. And 150 in a lumpy. Now, yes, snit, Ubeka says snit, they say 13.5 in Tiamuna Sunkakra, yes, and no Sunkakra. But you see, snit will not give you lump sum. And also, based on that, I know about calculating how they should give you your monthly income. Also, the better na to see time I may be from. And you know, I mean, while we share, you should also understand, say, you won't get anything out of the moon, sir, if you are going to be taken care of until 72, first of all. Now, with this 72 now we are. I will catch him says it for you. Maybe feeling for normal life exactly. So it is important. It is important that no matter what you earn, what we are paying in the statutory SNIT, any tier 2 needy percentage we have the bata tier restricted. But so why we 100 cedis a month, and now we 150 cry a month, you know. And no obia chichire we say chinchina manenya percentage. It is what you feel that you can easily do. But and we bring here feels that we don't have enough.
And it's like out of my own will, I want to give out 100 cedis every month to support my pension. Where do I take it to?
So She Retires is actually a vehicle for you.
Okay.
These are the reasons that we developed or we designed She Retires. Except that this time around it is strictly for women. That's She Retires. So yes, so Pinterest, you know, manages She Retires. And so there are women in the scheme. So if you want to contribute towards your pension as a woman, you pay that to the She Retires schemes, and then we manage it for you. And when you go on retirement, we pay it to you. You know, so that it's lump. It's lump, so that you can add it. So if you are in the formal sector, what the Bekania Ubenya from tier 2 ne ho any slate, so it becomes an additional. And I'm not ready and saying for because we Obiacho Skada na kaso
especially I am ma, you know, after the woman. We are never exactly.
And you see the other thing is that it's not just a young face skin grow. A man live longer on this earth. And you know, so we be wasasi we so. Now we ni ache, now we do here. Ya papa. You'll be calling for death grana uwumba. And yes, sikadi yepe as ma, I mean obia kaya dia to say yepeso na, but to live longer and not have money, it is difficult. And you see, when they say women live longer, it means that men are not living longer as women. What it also means is that the responsibilities are left behind for the woman who is living longer. And so if she's living longer with added responsibilities, then she obviously needs money.
She needs money to cope. No money, you would die. I think say some way to be a PP more say it's me and chance here. At least or more motions, if you do a lamp some then I can't retirement, so we want to understand retirement in simple terms. They can retirement then. And a lump sum, boss you. And I made it tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 B. And also briefly, if you can explain these tiers for us. It's after they are boss one and they are tiers. Yes.
Retirement, dear, tier 1 is say, retirement kyerɛ sɛ na wo ye bibi na wo ye adwuma bi ɛna sisi ade wayɛ du baby asi o mo wayɛ ade kɔgye wa home na obi nso be ye bi obi nso beto aso nti retirement ɛ ahomie. Now what I want to say about that also which is what I mentioned earlier, yeah, for omo ye obi adwuma pe wo ye wa adwuma nso so a e wo sa ultimately see we need to say oh edum resi a mejima. Then the other thing also is that Ghana has say no emrani say odi 60 year now call retirement but I know so that is for government there no but so wa wo ye we adwuma and asa wo ye government adwuma mpo a obi an sha wo say chinchina ate na mu 60 years baby until retirement the media make say there is the position of the law on retirement, but there is also what I say, retirement is really in the mind. There are people who have retired at 40 and they are okay, they are cool. There are people who have retired at 45, 50. And you know, 60 years, and I'm rush because you're shy, Biana, Wahoki Kano, Ejuma Bitnia, slow. Until 60 is what the law has provided. But if you can retire at 50, there are some things, I mean, specific things you need to meet. We may go into that. Yeah. What you mean, dear? Now we're the 50 year. You can retire and have fun. Because we are saying, yeah, they say, I need to so that is retirement. Now, lump sum a year. Sikapudro. That's an account. Nine. Say Sikapudro. Good. Sikapudro at say. That tam no container. You see any amount here. No. And you say Tiama. Say never 100. But she never 200 dB. The fan said, Usika will be invested. Wahina if our pension who a year 100 million, a year 10,000. And then Sikada than 100 million. Now, I see one when you are a year 30 million. This is when you 130 million. Now, Uko retirement 130 million. And yes, what? Now, say, look on the division. Oh, there you know the check back. No, I know the check back. Say, if you're a money, Eddie go, maybe Eddie go be an ISS here, and you will see can and new. Uko retirement. Of course, say you might charge fee. But apart from fee now, a share say, and no need it in your charge, you know. You fee a free and see one naturally say near canning now. Say a can lump summer, yes, a cat, food run I had the mount at once, and no, for at once the faco. Nayana summer metai can say, Sika pudro, your fan worry. Sika pudro, Sebu, and fancy dime. But when him said, Uncle be brave, no would you see that? And I am become here careful. But Uncle from the crown, would you mock us on the catcher or say, eh, Bankaman, she and coming much because, Master, the kind of the signs were dining in TV. And it's a couple of dear. A bayanka, a bayan pono, maybe I'll leave dine. But so this couple do sit down. A pension I'm making. And I said, would they worry? And I said, would they share new business? I say, it's not advisable because new business is beating your feet. Not just a pension in Nana with their question. Would they share that? I said, then wait in you. I said, won't you swear? Second, no home, won't you swear? And then so won't him, and so you whiskey a cry. That's how they are worry. And they make a cry. I remember the air, but so do seek a kudru, a worry, you know, to start a new life. And your pension baby, you're in trouble, you know. A young cardio worry, that's couple of Nafabobra. Nafet here 1 year, 2 year, 3, and we and she say, Emra a buying Edia to home. And I say, pension and Edia to home. Oh, so now I can't know, not first, not a year, your pension or Ghana, her nails with me. Until no. Ye ma mom ko pension ye papa mom ko pension no sikapudo na ye kan say lamp sam no ene busumi di na omo de snake na omo gi no na January 2010 na emra foforo e bai nti sa emra foforo no new law eno na ama ye bi muti se pentras ye so ene ye pension because anka first ye pension na ye sleep pay private 40 say ye na ye nyibi nti new law no ye arrangement say you better send your contributed pension or Ghana into tier 1. Into tier 1, it is a part 1. Okay. Tier 2, part 2. tier 3 part 3 other countries they offer pillar 1 pillar 2 pillar 3 it depends on country na any omo adopt and adopt tier system tier 1 any ya etua masinit tier no na 13.5 tier 2 any etua ma pentras trustees this pentras and no 5%. Tier 3 no voluntary. Tier no and she retires no more. A honor personal pension be a ba. Maybe I says we can she retire and a member one output that mom no. You was smart pensioner and no be a but this true party member because a man once they know said them she retires for them and back to hand smart smart pension say member do run and I see you wash shepherd trust saying and for so from kwan and call because almost the almost me can another day so call retirement and and you know voluntary pension a ho and a personal pension we na e kwhye
the first for my idea because that's some research here we omo retirement omo brain omo dey ayo packages sure my idea pa the she retire say we are start here there no
it is very important very important.
Nti aka ni say about pension nti me can say pension so you just want us to understand say e bia edwuma bia omo hwe retirement in sensem ho ana
pension dey ye hwe retirement in sensem
because ma me no pension so bia o kana on see the o kana say they may not get the understanding they say we say pension so no so need
nti o pension no eno ni say na ye ma me kan say o pension say why edwuma ewie sisi o fie why edwuma ewie sisi a o fie
it's what goes into the planning of retirement. What nyama bebre? As I say, you say, is there a particular trend be, and is there a particular something else, or that be also follow an hour because you mean that should be saying I can work on retirement. How do we plan for the retirement?
That's an important question because a hokra na ya na ye should be as free because on said, any retirement pempo. Bibia we yesia one plan ya na the execution difficult kakra and you know for pension or to plan for pension na me tai ka say nema me ensa bi die and say I mean ototonase you don't need to take it for granted na na me friend with 3-legged pot on say ya come kasi say na ya ide edwane wow and ya did that design yeah, the sizzle. We were free my other design.
Betcha.
I had the betcha. We are hands to swear. We to need the nice we judge there. So, for me, through research, I have also come to appreciate the 3 important things I here to plan for our pension. Until Noyana make us a retirement planning is not it's not only for one of the legs. So these 3 legs are Yapomode. Yesikasa. And Busiasa. And I said your relationships.
Okay.
So when planning for retirement, it is important that you pay attention to the 3 pillars of retirement. And they are health, relationship, and money.
Yeah, you say retirement, near pension. Sikana
you need that so
Sikana we never knew say into accommoding ka ho events and relationship so e ka ho
also quite say na ye di ye ho aba say ye kire about retirement Sikana na ye kan in the past but of course say edwuma bia no as time goes on niyama but it's a trend here can say for retirement as you go on, as you research, as you get to know, you realize that sana and yes and you know very quickly pomodia share me say this do be a person save say me be kai ebiana wafa say she say me she retire say me me tie tu ma me ko to ho no say ni nyina ye correct me sineti bibia ye correct ebiana you know what is say another trustee so you say na me je ka ho ni nyina aka ho ampan so call retirement obia sama ani so call retirement buy and na say me ko to hwe o china ye se me ko o china chi ye se me if o china ye se me bi just one hospital to the other. Si can ever some. Na san sampoa. First of all, they send the lesson. bansa and sample you are not happy.
Yeah, then anka obenya
na uchi kon
say don't eat sugar, don't eat this. Now if you're into wedding is chilling.
Uchi come out kakra to ha nini na no any benefit. It is important. So this is the time I was saying I pay attention to your health. Very important. Me enya me wait ni. Obi a onim bi ohun say ya na so ati say.
Me say health ni
na. So me kasa de. Me kasa de me de. But what atade we say so say me kakra. Me kasa de me de. But what wo hu me no. Because don't yare ana. Afekra na menya ahonde. Wo I'm sorry and Pabia 5 kilometers every day. You know, me na my back every day 5 kilometers because it is important because yare and say yare me doctor me nurse me health worker. You people have invited them on this show, I'm sure. On what church
sure.
But they will tell you say yare and say yare you lifestyle diseases.
Exactly.
It is a lifestyle diseases and they will say yeah just see a lifestyle. Say there we can be healthy. And you know it is important say you are healthy. So that pillar, you must plan it now, not when you are 58 and are 59. Then you know, say, oh, retirement here because Missika Miko Gigi, and I mean Namha, maybe an Zulay or China Miko, so whether international or local, and then Dubai, and then when you said this is what you want to do, you know. Now, what you might be about DB, which is actually the first thing I should have even mentioned about retirement planning. Say, first of all, you need to ask yourself, say, retirement in a penny, say, how do I want to spend my retirement? What kind of retirement do I want? That's actually the first thing you should ask before even going down to the 3 pillars. I want to be part of my people. I want to live in the greens. You know. Obi say Debbie share hustle am hustle. China Singapore and here. Obi so me tutu kwan ya bre. Me pe local. Nti o China mon family ko Zulezu or Chinechi mon family ko hotel baby. It depends. So depending on the type of retirement you want, then you begin to align these 3 pillars. Because well, person as for health, dear, whether you want to be in the village or you want to be wherever, we all need it. Now, for the 3, we need all, but as a more prominent. Now we talk about relationship. If you've ever seen Ubi away, I will be an anyone. First question can be one. You know, this is Africa. First one. Obi owa obi also owoye but one difference between your and miserable. But I always say so you should not be an excuse. Build relationship with people. You are not my blood sister. You are not my blood sister. You know, we are meeting on this show for the first time. What stops me from making friends with you? What stops me from carrying this relationship to another level than to just see it say, okay, I just came to do some shit thing for those ladies. So bye-bye, girls. You know, life goes beyond that. Every opportunity you have to meet people is an opportunity to network and to carry that relationship, you know, further. But there are people who, whether we like it or not, are even part of us, family. Who they are part of you. They can be sarcastic, they can be crazy, they can be whatever. At least look through and see those you can work with. Well, in terms of relationship, you necessarily need it. Friends, family, and then the acquaintances. Oh yeah, sorry, some more kwa mo de onkwa na ba beto onyuma na woko. De onkwa na e pon sorry na kita bag na woko. You don't have a relationship with them. Oh yes, Rotary Club with your own corner by which is a year back. And I say we in the club and all those associations become very helpful because of the only Rotary. What the faces stays, I don't know as a clinical she say, you see Rotary viewer, I'm credit no more so the no more in ninja. Ebi I wish I said 10 years ago. And can be used to you. Maybe I'm a retreat group be a outreach. I'm a coach California man, I just in this area, and I'm more hard to go on some quantity of flop here in any time. But these are things whether you like it or not, you must create time for it. You must create time for me. Me tell me busy patch. Let's say, complain. I am complain. You are me who say your friend, me we are But despite that, in my community. Me na me community organizer. Me na me organizer me community see a road yen ko jijiska. Na ye na nkofo fie ye pacho ye ji 200 do pacho ye the latrite beba. I enjoy doing it because it is not just for road no. It is building network for the relationship. It's very, very important. Who need here? We call retirement. Who will see kapa? You see why the 3 pillars all come to play. You will have money. But the first we will be money will be for us small natural ICD to the beer on a baby and a man now be in the hoy. That is African, that's how they will say. In Tibia, we find the panorama is campo, but they be on Peso Beba because they pay a in the on Kwana Sisi our Kaidi. Eh, Manco, Mammy Samanco, Mammy Sam, then you don't go. So you have money, but you need help. Of course, and then delivery services not dear, but will the delivery guy come and best? But the delivery guy, you know, come and get your dress on until you'll be here. Yes, you have a nanny now, dear, but sometimes no, the emotion, the connection is not the same as if the person is your own, you know, relative. And so for somebody who says that I want to retire and be in the village, also say ye be anyhow I could be Kromda. Festival be anyhow I could be Kromda. Also say, you know, when you go on retirement, you want to be in your village.
Nobody mind you.
And I call retirement so now I call village. And it'll be Asha.
know you.
Exactly.
You want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, these are facts of life.
Yeah.
We know and yet science. Oh, call being few. What they are humpo. If you are compo, you know, matter ye the young village, be our young Besrao, we want them. It is a woman said village na person would do way here.
Retirement.
Ko. Pass I say be wo. See dine be a cop. You baby you go and then you have fun. Then the last one, which is the money bit. I know they said from the beginning of the show. And to know the upper, have a good health. Have great relationship and have zero money.
You run away from you.
Relationship best survive here.
And you know, you three important for survival.
And very, very important. At least for me, meaning say a pensioner, it's all about money. Over retirement, they say planning, it's all about money. But at least, and then maybe you need to the fact that relationship, health, and Nisikano, they go hand in hand. We thank you so much. And this is I say, yet here, your fan is a you say you'll be a pension. We'll retire one day, but you arrangements be what plan, and I will be having no all sharing. Plan Ben I'll be to me a day to hope say if you want to do this, start planning your tier 3 voluntary one now. What would be the step? How do we start?
Okay. Where do you go?
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, may I say ideally no, if you want to start from here, yeah, na maybe say that's the first question na maybe say retirement ben and I'll share. Because the type of retirement you want, you know, and na ebe determine what I should be advising say fatugo. Because when me and some goals in your pair. Now me see you okay on with your 50 every month. Also you 50 every month. Maybe I will call retirement now 50 and better take care of you because of what you want to do. Maybe I need a nurse, you know, because I did grass and shed and yes. So ideally we always like to know what people have on their mind as their retirement goal. But I've also realized over time, say retirement is idea of person will consider unless they are 58.
In your goal be crime,
unless we did 50s, no, I can't cry no bedroom.
You know, and you know, I do a demand why anything or the baby is not the review.
It is all be so retirement goal.
What is
that? So we have to have goals for retirement.
Oh, you should have goals. It's a goals. Now start of the goals and now where do I want? So it is where do I want to retire? When do I want to retire? How do I want to retire? And where? Well, it is part of the goal setting. So we be our own goals, you know. And you know, because many a time you are not able to get clear goals from people until we say, okay, there is a default. There's a default amount that you should contribute. A minimum of say 100 cedis a month. That is default. But as we go on, we engage our clients or we engage the people in our schemes. You get to know that, okay, I really must have a goal. Then, okay, now this is my goal. Maybe after 2 years, we say, okay, after the I got it. When I'm a person here. Then we tell us that when your person we end here and they be 100 no information. And I say, oh, and you will be true. But oh, baby kakra, why not add it? And so then you can move on from from there. So the question you ask say will be in retirement krana or person shasia. How does the person start? So you start, especially depending on where you are. That is formal or informal. And I say formal, but want to top about. So you start first of all by considering a pension plan. The pension plan then and ability based on my specific circumstances. You know, who agents also will be important in knowing say what can work for you. Maybe you are almost there, and I say you are still very young. So depending on your age also, we are able to tell what exactly works for you. I'm not always the typical salesperson who just want to sell and go. It is quite important to know a bit about you, a bit about what you want, and then know where you stand. Then we are able to advise in a year. But of course, for the purpose of the show and the fact that we are they may not watch again. It is always good to have a default, and that default, I'll tell you how we arrive at a default. That default is actually born out of the thinking that, or out of the principle that income, whether you are earning it as salary or you are earning it as wage or as revenue from what you are selling, income. The law, well, I won't call it the law, but it's a rule, so call it the rule of thumb. The rule is that we are conservative investor, at least 10% of income there, for investment. That is conservative. Oh, me penny gidi oh, sadly, may for 30 years. I feel I maybe 13, me penny gidi 10%. And so the average income that we have considered, in doing this research for the 100 cities was 1,000. Okay. So average income 1,000 across border, okay, for 100 too. That's the rule. 10%. Now, for those who want aggressive investment, we'll show you 53. I can't 7 years. Minimum. When you rest at the end of the day, 30%.
Wow.
When you should be able to put 30% of your income aside because
you can do more.
You can do more. You can do more. But I mean, it's a rule we work with. It's a financial rule we work with. Say, look, we are conservative. It is good to do 10% of your salary or income or whatever. But if you really want to be aggressive, then you are talking 20-30%. So that you can catch up. Until be or share now or you say plan Ben or send year. We shall age. I can't say Namako. Okay. Na never come in India. So me remember brand default 100 and say it's me I the pension number then we can go on from there. So I say, I've gone beyond 30 days. I come in 5 pair and a 7 pair. Then you want to speed up a bit. So that's really
right now I want to talk about She Retires itself. But before then I'll say it's maybe your phone lines. I'm sure say Kakrana are discussing probably people will have some questions or contributions. They will say for one movie and you say in fact we've said a lot. Yes, especially 3 pillars. And I mean himself a retirement as a health and relationship and soon yes. What was your thoughts? And nyama be na also esua na what another pension trustee be why opese oni ye eche. We all want to learn. Into wait to me afraying on 020777566 0207566 and 0543291074 0543291074 patrol free asem bisebia will be obetumi e dey ato hoye ma me ebe yi wa no. So I want to talk about She Retires, but to lure us into discussion on She Retires, we say maybe some question about presenting. Adia yaye obeka yaye bias they can say She Retires my plan scheme for a man na member na only say man be so to be wuja omukunu.
Oh, it's true.
Why the concentration on
the she?
Yes,
I'll tell you why. The concentration on the she for many reasons, but let me just narrow it down to 3. First of all, I've mentioned that women live longer, and so they need extra cash for the longer years. I mean, on the average, yes, there are men who die before women, but even in Ghana, life expectancy is 62 years for men. But for Emma 64. Wow. I say Emma 62 no averagely we are expecting that they'll start falling off. You know. Emma 64 now is 2 years more. And I've mentioned say and as I mentioned, no say you Obama wu no job. And yes, I did say no, because Obama no job now job responsibility in my Obano. Depending on the number of children or you know,
even their age.
Exactly. If you are crying and your children put they better be away by maintaining it and all of that. So there's a responsibility the woman needs to shoulder. So for us, it's because we know women live longer. Number 2, old age poverty all over the world is more prevalent among women than men. All over the world, you got old age poverty and just a nipano way in a chance to here and to know the person must be helped. And that is as a result of the fact that women, in some instances, now it is improving a bit, but in the past it was bad. In some instances, are earning far lesser than men. And you know, then there is also the fact that women are taking breaks, and for me that's actually the big thing. Women are taking career breaks, especially career women who are saying, say, oh, me contribute you. But you see, when they're taking the break, no kind po, maybe I know can work it closer. Now I transfer kumasi. Are you going to say the kind of back? Hey, now by the time I know be at the queue over now we and your call now who resign your crowd, I dream bassy and put the resign, you know. So you go. And realize that actually 1 year, 2 years, but you know, husband is taking care of the house, so we are cool, you know. 2 years, but he's taking care of the house. He's obviously not taking care of your pension because, and yes, on peso be about no, so maybe and clicking and boy, say, you know, me you if you intimate your pension, and it's not a big deal, you know. So that's career break. And at the biggest break that we all take as women is a break for reproductive purposes. 2 years, 3 years. 10 years. Hey, until all 10, 15 years about. They say, wait here. I'm going to go you draw because if you are a human stress no swabber. What if you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? I feel they're bad after 3 years. Do you think that woman wants to go back to work after 3 months? After struggling or usually after 3 years, never baby. Hey, my at least on you kakra. Some colonel say, I am on caucasian. Colon spoon, hey, mammy, I'm in again. Okay, 1 or 5 years. I said, you want to wait, I know. Which I will feel 5 years. It's open misstatements, mono. Potholes in a womb deep. Sunny pan or retirement. Ready here. Now, God forbid, Nicholas and Jana. Not just say she's going to, you know, so the women issues are a bit more men can't say touching, but just say disturbing and it's real. Well, so that is why we've sort of, you know, singled out the women and we call the she. So these are actually the 3 key reasons. There are many more reasons, but the fact that women live longer, and for that reason they need more money. The fact that old age poverty is even more prevalent, you know, among women. The fact also that women by themselves will not invest. Women by themselves will not invest. I wrote my long essay on that when I was doing my MBA. Look, when you look at savings, investment, retirement, any form of retirement, is always doing better. So they are doing better than a man. You know, it's either because of lack of financial education, or it is the ability to take the risk. You know, because they are not okay, you know, we are quite careful with all of those. So when you look at all those, you know, one creative more no, now one educating it to know and appreciate that you need this, it is for you, you know, get it done. And we really don't want to have powerless women.
I think that this whole thing is this whole thing is bringing an awareness to the woman. You know, the idea of the she trust in the clan. It is bringing an awareness. Most often, no. I think we've also not thought of the fact that we might be living longer and we'll be left with responsibilities. We are okay, things, you know. So we forget about this and push our dependence on the men.
Exactly. Which is exactly what I was going to say. You know, so even for couple who are living together 80 years now, you know, so the man is still there with the woman, but it gets so frustrating if even on retirement or at retirement you are still relying on your husband for his more money. Just on one hour, chef, you need some
independent to retirement.
Because retirement is retirement. It's not as huge as it used to be, you know, but he's still having to take care of your very basic 13 needs. So that one is also, and also another topic, retirement and marriage. That's also something else, you know, worth discussing. These are the things that bring trouble, you know, marital troubles in the house of people who are retired, you know, while you probably will be fighting about toothpaste while the person maybe only whatever. But then it is this, it's so, you know, we are all paying. Because I try it is a joke. Way higher, but as I still apart from buying your cotoje drag and I still have to do some extra things. It is a potential cause for friction.
Today being she retires, a discussion is I share pensions, I share retirement, the things we are supposed to concentrate on before we go on retirement, and they say into she retires and crack with pen trust. Patch your hold on. Hello, now you're both manager and microphone will be afraid. Hello. 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 Oh, so sorry. Come on, I didn't ask an area if you were sorry. In the Afghanistan, say in the nutshell, want to understand, say she retires, you more Pinterest for a year amamba because of in Yamakakra factors, Kakana or boss. Until say it to me, it to an eba near she retires. Until I don't know if falls under which tier.
It falls under tier
3. I am tree. Okay, patch your hold on. Hello. 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 Oh, I think that we've lost the person. Hello. Hello. Okay, patch your hold on.
It's just sound fair, why?
Yeah, questions, no, yeah, questions. Sure. Some people are not understanding retirement in their education department. Why won't it be a CB and Bacho? Over to me, after numbers, no, it was screen, so over to me, after now, would be a question about it. Also, is under voluntary
tier
voluntary tier 3.
Okay, so as a worker, you can have your tier 1, that is SNET, no? And then tier 2, that is a lump sum. And I've said tier 3, and so up, hold on. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Mpacho, didn't baby our Fefi?
Mpacho, me dear Rama, me katapi Madina.
Madina, Rama. Mpacho, ma onesu kakrana yentio.
Okay, Mpacho, mpese mi bisa mama say, me unemployed. Now, how can I save towards pension?
Very good question. Yeah, that's it. If you're unemployed, phone.
It is very important. What would say, in sharing knowledge, you know, sometimes knowledge are quite fortunate more here, and to say be said, and you know, so let me say you're unemployed for now, and now when you're employed, you know, you will certainly become employed. So for now, for me, what is critical, say, you will understand and you appreciate, say, there is something like this that you must do once you start earning some income, you know. Secondly, I also have a few friends, you know, who are unemployed. Once in a while, you need to assist them, you know. Sometimes, no assistance, no. Sometimes, no, and it's assistance kakra ba you know ba side oh bet me the baby kakra to go it may not be so big but
baby kakra I mean Jenny but hello hello sweetheart good evening
Mpacho wa fitness me kasa fike
esi yanko
me pacho program na wo ye no ndo ye very educative all along na wo ye educative topics by ndeze because no for be no where you mpanyimfo na she the way I will live life be important mango so like what okitapoma the ton mango and looking at me as a young girl no me ejuma pure water na bottom and I don't want to end up like that woman selling mango at the roadside okitapoma.
Okay.
So how can I like plan my retirement?
Okay.
Because definitely mass more do damn age, you know. But pure water kekem and you don't be an employee no jam car at the end of the month. Pure water one now when you need you for shower. You see, let's then my plan more retirement.
Okay, yeah, that's it. But you want to say, yeah. And see, Nijuma no, Sikano Bano only 100 a month.
She's a person that I got a bit emotional with that. She's one of the people, you know, that inspired this product. A friend she retires because says a man omuni pension cry, a man be omubi, but omopese omuye etuaso. And see for people who are not necessarily able to provide 100 cedis a month, look, we make it such that you can do 5 cedis a week. So in a month you have done 20 cedis. And every day beer so let me save you 1 cedi of me pure water sika. Busumi now she baby and obenya 5 cedis. I'll bet in India too, and it is a momo transaction, you know, which makes it a bit easier. Tinya fi ne bia beka so connect online or bank for 5 cedis no. Maybe no bia beka is na 5 cedis into na abegina, you know, that kind of thing. So it's a momo transaction. What we are trying to do with the
don't forget this one. Hold on. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. No, Pacho, what didn't you be out for?
Pacho, what from our course, make us Africa.
Okay, Pacho, yetio.
Pacho. The person maybe said that say obi maybe around 28-27. And we work baby now all your pension maybe all your pension or company will contribute towards pension. So on the then was the neighbors you find now they were anything.
Pacho, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay, into my maybe first person. Tina make say once I will register, now you start with the contribution. So we are trying, especially say we offer free keep. And see any if you have for she want for din come or send a bear ye near many be a job, you know, so that to perform bound because the last time some bar radio. Some crop and you know we are working on those arrangements so that Edobenya Hono, Befa Hane church, you know, until you register we na idea every week, no, best made in 5 cedis at home. Busumi Swan, on friend, on Cassette, mention the statement. Mention said 20 na metia, meaning Abba, and see a bar, Nafi, a manner she must say, obetini at was. Kakra, a very one said, Obeco retirement, you know. And Phantom.
So the other person about but we
good. So that's the last question about is here. Hanti who also contribute we contributing now we do 28 now we want it can ever fine. First of all, Mr. Who complete form now there is a portion where for beneficiaries. So why na sebiu so we need hope you ma on the wadi and so the sani panidi any percentage of Wusikano and I the man. Ntebia omo 4 people. No mo ye unuanoma. Maybe I say a chemo be 25%, therefore. And I say omo 2 people per say 50-50 and omo your ma depending on what the arrangement is you can do that. And to say bi wo ni hobi ma san crofo no and I betia Wusikano e the amount. Now based on the question she asked again, say a SNIT contribution. Once a SNIT, yana SNIT expect to say, Uber contributed for 15 years at the minimum. sana mranity and no 28 dear I am shake across it will be 28 you know but it's happening now to say we 28 may name for how longer we're contributing for but kakra na be contributing no be kono omo be tua eno on be yes some deductions be no mo tua ni aka no ama enkrofo na omo ye ni beneficiaries no which is also why let me use this opportunity which is also why beneficiaries are saying ya na important because obi wo ho a ordinary nuanu anebia na nafofo mpo because e bia na ohwe bia me nkwa na ewo me nti ma mefa e bia na afi wa sha ase e make family one kai say obekwa kosisa no de ebia ne ma aba ho ti ube ebia na de bi besi no na enkrofo dada na na wo ho enti no no both here and sits ni na flexible we shall now assess our beneficiary bra na assess our records so na ye hu say benefit in fact we betimi assess the abibi besi no the latest one on your records I mean the be important and one time I just say we fill the form na asa baby and you know important
I think still on the beneficiary in case na nipa na me pedo or benefit no o jama where does the money go especially say mama sasa
good that's a very good question so nipa no ewuja na one besa na bia wonsu so owu that is emphasis say wonsu wewu a wo se kan wo hwa e ma ban
yeah ban
yeah that's you
yeah I'm sure saban wa kan wa jirebe because senya kan most of us don't go back to change beneficiaries.
So education kon ankrofo here because from your office
I think it's quite recent because
recent
people really don't do that. I think people I don't know but
we discussing about beneficiary if people say my fill forms are beneficiaries somebody who also said that may have forgotten said there's something like that.
Beneficiaries are important because beneficiaries and they easy idea here pa she say sometimes that me dey talk crab beneficiaries be than nipa no or the nipa miensa and any beneficiaries and I said you waka baby na even pa you say na your mama you pe na money your mama you pe but akola ba kono say papa ne ba and on the nat and also you know so that's also I mean the league that's another topic on its own but it is something that was so we because papa no ye na sa no at least now so the mother I mean the legitimate wife so on the as far as onim no onu pene na yere e no mo ma to ti enfa nyina ma ni ma to e si ye ntime nya ne sa krata wo kono e di jaye instruction na o ma yi ni instruction e ni be this nti o ye no wa cover everybody so that's the important thing about it.
I think let me ask this thing before especially for one national service you know the woman the she thing do they have a package or is it because national service or na starting because I also was a gather and work experience so I just want us to get a word to them especially with regards to pension starting their pension but I don't know if we can get something for
them. Your master issue with us and they will put in another thing for national service very soon.
That's a good one because we are actually even thinking of people in secondary school because it's an orientation thing.
Set that early.
Exactly. You're young in Tama, and yes, so why your national service well, much as we didn't have anything specific, you know, if you have done your national service and you can't do 100, once we are able to do 5 CDs a week for people who are in the informal sector and you can do a 50, you know, or whatever you are able to do. You know, for me, yes, I should be able to pay staff salaries, etc., but I'm not driven by the money bit so much. You know, understand that you need that pillar when you get to that stage and start. You know, when you start and then you start getting your statements, you yourself, you'll be encouraged. You know, I mean, when we started this She Retires product, me crown and me leave it in, I started with 100 cities. You know, but nobody asked me to move it to 500 because I look at it and I say, hey, this thing is working. You know, it's beginning to make sense to me. And there are people who are doing 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month, you know, 50 a month, 100 a month. For me, what is important is to start and be consistent. start and be consistent and follow it up. You know, don't just dump it. We have our set standing order in the account, but unfollow. Maybe I'm not yet free bank. But also now you say yes, and say friend as you. Which I actually no, my standing order.
And also check it.
Until no, start, be consistent and follow up. It's important.
So now come back with the survey, but I think you have answered. Now maybe say if you start contributing, like say to she retires, your time has done, but to she retires, is it that you better if you control as saying your address near and answer your chebu account man while we now walk to the office to do it?
Okay, so it depends on
answer now they are born in out family because our time is
okay, so it depends on the arrangement. We are government worker, then we may want to be considering the controller arrangement. Otherwise, you pay through our bank account at Fidelity, and I say you pay through the Momo. Momo is *447. I'll check it. I'll check it. That's a Fidelity app, and directly hits the account exactly. And if you don't mind, I can just check it.
Also, check your final words.
Yeah, I think I just want to tell everyone here, especially Emma, Menomina, your sisters. You know, I think it's about time I ever start your plan. Sikanda is about a bag, no. Busun bianca yet to talk a ganka good I think it would help us or chinebi, you know. Na yetunze nzama to yem yankasa so yenenwaji and everybody is not left out etonum so etona impo etona bozo we are all part and we can all contribute inti mayen na ye fa yen hu nhiem na ye na onye ye mayen oye yankasa yen da chintra inti mayen yen dam.
Thank you star 776 *100#, you know
star 776 star
100# on all networks, you know, and that's the she retires.
Which to me the number so today be no be your yourself friend.
Until your number sir, Ofreya on Sabeka is 050 114 9080 050 114 9080.
Okay.
And 050 129 5587 050 129 5587.
5587. You, Madam Victoria, thank you very much.
Thank you so very much for having me on the show.
The way baby, you need to so many things. You may say the fact. Remember, she retires. And you person that she will enjoy money.
These are killing with enjoyment. The money for
It's when you're door. In fact, we are there straight. She retires. You say you say you papa start. She retires. You say nam do and same coin. You say you enjoy you dry your styles. Now your parties. Now you chill. And yes, can but again, the health is important, and then the relationships. 3 pillars na I can media no na e me de oni nyinam. It's very, very important. It is so person o drinks can nkwa enye ye. Person of health nkwa enye ye relationship also then nyinam here. Let's consider these 3 pillars. And ya can afa ho nyina. Madam so the number atuja is 0501149080. 0501149080 and 0501295587. Ofre oma ombeche o dia opese wo hu bia so that you can also start your tier 3, that is the voluntary contribution. And now all starting so is Fidelity Bank and your main accounts. And if you need to use the Momo star 776 *100#. Go send you token na every that on my account. Now there's what started ususu na to na no. Nyame ensham bebre for joining us on the show today. It's been another educative segment. And I know that you at home have also picked a thing or two as always. Nyame ensham bebre. We say thank you to our crew members as well for taking us through this segment. And then check, but we needed to get the education and get it right. Interna you are taking more time to patch up monfa and chain. Next week, and so we are going to bring another interesting topic still on the woman, because we are discussing she things, you understand. If I say your partners as for taking us through this week as well. Gem Beauty Care for our makeup needs. and they yet na hire ho fe na di na agent beauty care Adaroma we wedding na engagement and na event bia you can call them anywhere at all you are no mbeba abaye we dwuma no ama 0207792101 Samsung fortune juices MI fruit mix and then you can call them for your events if you need local drinks and in a local environment in local equipment you can call them on 0244508818 Samsung and rubber a simple style or also very simple style meaning in rubber part 2 Adaroma or come wedding gowns or come engagement in Tadia bridal robes bridal stuff just say nyamani nano just call them on 0209930465 Yadamu Nasi Nyami Adoma next weekend so expect us at the studio. Have a very lovely week and take care of yourself. Bye bye.
Wara nyankopon no nyu ako onya da me na me ba bi na wo be pɛ me
Ewu dem penyimfo wasisika to dan no na wonya asane nsɛm sika